right now, the Utada. She's giving cherries. She's giving, I'm picking them. It's fall. It's in season always. I love it.
I had to represent, outfit of the day for you. I had to represent CherryPicks.
Yes. I'm giving more basket vibe. I'm giving like I'm collecting them on a picnic. You know what I mean? I like
oh my God, I want to crawl in that basket though. It's so cute. Yes. Deanna, thank you so much for joining me today. You were my first TikTok live. Bringing this series. Yes, I'm like a little nervous. I'm excited, but I was telling everyone that I could not imagine doing this with anyone else but you.
Yay! Oh, that makes me happy.
Oh my gosh. I have to say, like, I love you for so many reasons. You're just so talented. You have the voice of an angel, but I have to say, like, you are so genuine and authentic, and it's something that I think is so rare. It's just in life in general. And so I really appreciate that. I'm so grateful for that. But I would love to know, when did you realize, have you always realized it? Or is there a moment when you were like, I understand the power of just like being my authentic self, and especially when being creative or like in a creative space?
Ooh, I do get this question a lot, and at first it would throw me because I was like, I didn't understand that there was another way to be other than yourself. So and even that is a testament to like, I've always been this way. Yeah. And my family, like honestly, how supportive my family and environment and teachers growing up have been, because no one told me I shouldn't be doing exactly what I'm doing. Everyone, if I ever did anything that was like a little quirky or a little cringy, no one in my life was like, stop. Every single person would be like, love this. Let's explore. What else do you want to wear? A boa to school? Yes. Like, it was never, I never ever wasn't this way, really. So the best I can always do and like sharing is like, just encourage how freeing life is when you're not pretending to be anyone else. Like, I don't pretend to do the aesthetic thing or be like living the aesthetic life, because like my life is pretty awesome without having to have it look a certain way, So I don't know.
I think that's beautiful. I mean, it's the power of, like you're saying, the power of support of your community, whether it's your family or your chosen family, really embracing, our true selves. But that's amazing. I love that you had that journey. Like for me, I would say that I've tried on so many like Meg hats and like figuring out I think I've always known who I am, but to fully embrace it and to say, especially in this space, I think just kudos. I love it and I cherish it. And I think that it's really important. Yeah. Well, okay. So let me ask you this. When and how did you first fall in love with storytelling? Like, when did little Deanna catch the bug?
Okay. So my first grade music teacher, Mr. Campbell, he was convinced I was a star. And obviously I was like, I am. Like, yes, I'm a star. And he would make me the leads of all these songs. He was constantly challenging me with singing. So from early on, I knew I had a voice. I didn't understand back then, like, oh, like what can I do with it? I just knew I was like, oh, okay, I have something, like I can keep playing with it and it's fun. And then by sixth grade, there was this cute, New Haven is really close to where I grew up, and the regional theater in New Haven was like casting kids, and I went home to my mom and I was like, I'm telling you, Mom, I'm gonna book this show. I know it in my bones. She was like, we're gonna have to wake up at like 4 a.m. and wait in line and audition. And I was like, Mom, you have to trust me. I'm a sixth grader. Who's trusting a sixth grader? She's like, all right, let's go. And I went in and I booked Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, this huge regional theater. And I really went through like the process of storytelling, watching behind the scenes, the stage, being present in the moment. And I was like, oh, I belong here. Like, I'm supposed to, this is right. Like, the universe led me here. Everything led me here. I'm supposed to be here. And then storytelling became my entire life. I was just like, I am theater. I am the world of sharing and love making everybody laugh. I love I love when people are giggling around me. I'm like, is that something I said? Even if it's not. I'm like, what?
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. I love that story. And shout out to teachers. Shout out to, this is why the arts are so important, y'all.
Yes.
Like in communities, like community theater, regional theater, whatever
Oh
it is. It's really a safe space.
Even high school. My high school theater teacher too. Like I was also a really good soccer player. Wow, it's Deanna. Athletic.
Hell yes. Okay.
And my drama teacher pulled me aside and she kind of, like a Troy Bolton moment. She was like, you can be the lead in the play this year, but you have to quit soccer. Like, you have to.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, there's no world that can happen. And she was like, she was just guiding me that way of like, if I really pursue theater and storytelling, I will soar, and soccer like may come and go. Like, I was good at it, but I wasn't the best in soccer. So she was just kind of laying it out for me. And that was a pivotal moment. I was like, wow, again, like another teacher, so important, like believing in your students. Like, that one conversation spiraled me. I was like, I'm going to college for it now, period. I was like, that's it.
We're doing this.
Amazing.
This is where we're at. There's no turning back. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Oh,
what musical would say impacted you the most? Like, was it Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, or was it another one where it sat with you so much and you like felt all the feels like that you still think impacted you the most today?
Oh, that's so hard. I don't know. I loved all of them. And it's not just like the role and like getting the applause. Like, it was never that. It was like the community. Everyone in my theater space like was so trying new things and experimenting with their outfits and expressing themselves in different ways. So it was being around those amazing creative people that like kept me there. I was like, oh, I can't imagine a life without this space. Like, no matter what the musical was, I was like, I'm creating with these minds that like think like me, that like want to try all these different things and embrace literally exactly who they are and are celebrated for it on the stage. I was like, that for me, theater was like another nurturing my authentic self. I was like, oh, I'm more than safe here. I'm celebrated here. Like, yes. And then obviously Glee was a huge show in my time, and I was the Rachel Berry of my school. Like, I was like, this is it. This is like, I was like, she's a star. Like, I was like, she believes she is from her core, and like, me too. I was like, that was like also huge for me. Like, Glee, I can't.
Well, also, I think Glee was like the first time, at least I remember. Now, I grew up, I did musical theater as a kid, but like I always played like the role that was the character actress that didn't really have to sing because I don't have a good voice.
Oh, okay.
But
those are the best. Those are like the meaty,
they were
funny,
so fun. They were so fun. Like, you know, like Hortense and the boyfriend and like that kind of vibe. And I always watched like musicals as a kid. Like, some of my earliest memories of watching movies was like On the Town and Singing in the Rain. But I always felt a disconnect. Like, none of my friends watched those movies. They weren't really in the zeitgeist. But then Glee really made musical theater like popular, I think, on screen again. It was like this resurgence of why it's so important to sort of like be able to express ourselves in this kind of musicality, like this way. And I think it was a landmark time for sure. Okay, I want to talk about I'm going to like I'm taking the hard left right now, like a hard left. But I want to hear all about your collaboration with Conair. Woo! I love musical theater. We can talk about it forever. Yes, tell me all about it.
Yeah.
How it got started, where we can find your products, like everything, because this is so exciting for you.
So exciting and truly a testament to the power of social media. Really, like last night I was telling someone else about this too, but my New Year's resolution this January was to be better with my hair. I was like, I don't want to go to get my hair blown out for an audition anymore. I don't want to have to pay $80 to get like the beautiful waves. Like I was like, I'm done. I'm just throwing money away. I have to teach myself. So I said that online. And then I bought myself the hot rollers. And for the very first time I tried them, it came out amazing. And I was just sharing, I was like, this is the best product I've ever used. And I'm never going to get a blowout again. And that was it. That was it. I spoke those words. Everyone was like, oh my God, it's only $30. Everyone related to it. And literally a week later, Conair called me and was like, let's get your face on the box. Like, you belong on our box. I was like, yes. Yeah. That's my first ever, like, right? My first ever print modeling gig is through a one very real TikTok video I made of Conair. Like, that's.
I mean, and that goes back to the whole authentic thing. I think it's like,
that's what they said.
Yeah, I think so, because that's the beauty of, like, social media can be very divisive for so many reasons. Like, we know,
yes.
we but I think at the end of the day, though, it's shown us the good, the beauty, and the success that can come from just being our authentic selves. And like you just being you, going on like your own hair journey that so many people can relate to. I mean, I know for me too, like hair, I wear my hair the same way every day because it's so intimidating. And we really do need those products where they're just easy to use, like inexpensive, but like great results. And look at you.
I was like thriving. And the first thing they said on the phone call was, because I was in a rush when I was making my first video. I was like, I have to be ready in an hour, and I'm starting this for the first time. Like, very typical me. And when they started the phone call, they were like, that is exactly the market that we want for Conair. Like, that is why we made the rollers. Like, it is for women who are in a rush. They want their hair to look good, but they just need it done. They need it out of their face, and they're on their way to work. They're like, we don't want to make these extremely priced items, which at the time I was debating if I'm going to like spend all the money on the Dyson or if I could get the $30 Conair. That's where it all came from. And they were like, we don't want to make highly priced items that's going to take you so long to try to figure out and make you feel not good about yourself. Like, we want to make stuff that's like ready to go, throw it in your hair, you're going to look fabulous, and you're moving on with your day. Like, that's it. I was like, oh my God. And they were like, and that also tied into them being like, you're the perfect face for this. You're always in a rush. You're always on the move. And I was like, I am. Yeah. Yes. I would love this.
It's so crazy. True, but it's like, why can't we, be on the move, do what we need to do, like, work our asses off, but also have great hair. Like, it can be done.
It can be done without dropping hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That's the thing. It can be done.
100%.
We're shown like the media is telling us like the only way to look good is you have to hire this and you have to do this and you have to hire that. It does. We can do it. We can do it, and it's with the hot rollers and it's with the Conair.
It's with the hot rollers. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I need to get some of these hot rollers. Send me Conair. Send me some hot rollers. Like, I want to do it. Well, you are such a gem. This has been so lovely. Thank you for chatting with me today. I always love to end things with this question because at the end of the day, CherryPicks is we're all about supporting, uplifting, celebrating each other as women in the entertainment industry, in an industry that has pitted us against each other in the past. I mean, there's no room for that. So we're all about uplifting each other. Who is currently inspiring you, who you want to put on everyone's radar, or someone you want to collaborate with in the future? Like, who's on your, like, dream board? What, uplift some ladies.
Ooh, okay, this is tough because I've been lucky enough to meet the people that I've been like dying to collaborate with. So I'm like, so let me shout them out. I am a huge fan, always have been, of Amber Ardolino. She is in Funny Girl the Musical on Broadway, and she's a content creator, and she has found like she's really blending the spaces, and that is something that I've found this passion in content creation, and my dream has always been Broadway. So it's been amazing to watch her. And as of yesterday, we just did a collaboration, me, Amber, and the Rockettes. So
that's so
that
fun.
was like crazy to me. That was like something I admire her entire journey too. So definitely Amber. Other people who I love dearly are Zozo Rowe and Justina Valentine. Loved them for so long. And I was just recently in a movie with them this year. So that came from left field. The movie is coming out this year. I'm not allowed to say like where or when, but I'm telling you it's coming out this year, and it's a Christmas movie. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
That is to die for. How was that experience, like making the movie?
Unbelievable. I did not. Okay, this is like insane to me. So I had been running out of luck with musical theater. I wasn't getting any auditions at all, and I was feeling really lost. And I was like, why don't I say to the universe and start putting out there that I want to try TV film? I said this. I started writing my own rom-com and just experimenting. I was like, I need to start trying. Like, if one avenue isn't working right now, like, what else can I do creatively? So I started just putting out there, reaching out to my friends in movies and producers, like, what's going on? A week later, I get an audition to be in a movie, and a Christmas movie, and I do the audition. It was so easy for me. It's an Italian girl from the East Coast. I was like, this is meant for me. This is like right up my alley. I was doing the audition, and I knew I was going to get it as I was like vibing with my co-star, like the guy that played my husband. We're feeding off each other, and I was like, when things come this easy to you, when it feels this easy, when it's put right in your lap, this is meant for you. I didn't even stress. About it. 2 weeks later, I got the call that I booked the part, and we were going into filming that next month. And I wasn't even nervous. I was like, this is right. Like this role is so fun and so funny. And then being on set with all of these awesome actors and women, a woman director, a woman producer, a woman star, a woman writer, like incredible to be surrounded by all of them. And I wish I could just name drop everyone, but I literally cannot. And but it's coming out this year. It's coming out this year.
Well, we'll have to look out for it. That's so exciting. There's nothing better. And molto bene. Like, I love it.
Exactly.
I cannot wait to see that. We'll look forward to that. Well, thank you so much, Deanna. This has been lovely. Happy Halloween. Happy fall. Like, I'm just so like proud of you, and congratulations on all the success. I hope you're enjoying every minute of it.
I am loving this. Thank you so much for this interview. And I do want to announce on here, if I can, that I'm going to be hosting on Macy's social media the Macy's Parade this year. So I would love for everyone to tune in and hang out with me during the entire parade. I'm going to be interviewing everyone, all the Broadway shows, everyone on the floats. I did it last year, and I'm so excited to be asked back this year. And I was like, I've got to share it. Everyone's got to come.
That is so fun. I love that. I mean, I can't wait. I'd have to tune in now. I mean,
you have to tune in.
Incredible. We'll have a blast doing that. That's iconic. That's an iconic East Coast. You know, you're kind of like hitting all these iconic East Coast moments. Rockettes, Macy's Day Parade.
Literally. Yes. I don't take a second of it for granted. This is 100% the best year of my life. This year, 2022 is the best year of my life.
Well,
I'm like, we're only going up.
Better. Yes.
We're going up from here. Thank you for this amazing interview. Truly.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Much love.
Bye.